Bragg Financial is pleased to celebrate 10 years of support for Trail of History, serving high net worth families with portfolio management and planning advice. Bragg Financial is committed to our clients and our community. BraggFinancial.com. This is a production of PBS Charlotte.
The Carolinas, where images of warm sandy beaches and majestic mountain waterfalls might easily come to mind. But what might not come to mind? Fresh powder beckoning hundreds of thousands to the North Carolina ski slopes.
Skiing in the South is just cool because it's the South and nobody believes we can ski here.
From skiing to snowboarding and ice skating to tubing, there's something for just about everyone.
Skiing is a way for our family to connect outside. It's great family bonding.
What makes it all possible? Well, a bit of science.
Our snowmaking technology makes us this little winter island paradise. You know, snowmaking is what makes it all happen.
Coming up, we ride the chairlifts and hit the slopes to explore the history of skiing in North Carolina. Learn a bit about snowmaking and see how, with a bit of creativity, many of the North Carolina ski resorts stay open year-round, snow or no snow. All that and more on this episode of Trail of History. All across the North Carolina mountains, during the warmer months, it's always easy to find something to do. Everything from historic train rides, gem mining, and of course, taking in the iconic Appalachian Mountain views. But what about when the mercury drops and Old Man Winter comes a-knocking? Well, it's time to grab your skis and snowboards. In western North Carolina, mountain peaks can reach 3, 4, 5, even 6,000 feet above sea level. At that elevation, mix in the right temperatures and a bit of technology, and you have the perfect recipe for making winter wonderlands.
We make good snow, and also people don't realize that our mountains are steep and rugged, so we have a lot of good trails.
North Carolina ski resorts attract visitors from all over.
We have a lot of people come skiing, especially weekends. It's very popular, not just in North Carolina, but Georgia, South Carolina, Florida. People drive up from Alabama, of course, Tennessee.
Here at Appalachian Ski Mountain, just outside Blowing Rock, Viola Francis and boyfriend Nicholas Solomons came all the way up from Georgia for a weekend getaway.
This is our first time experiencing skiing here in North Carolina.
Now, being first-timers on the slopes, the couple thought it might be best to grab a quick lesson.
It's very fun. We actually didn't fall yet, so we're hoping to continue that trend, but we had our awesome instructor over there kind of lead us through, teach us how to ski. The thing that I learned the most was called the pizza, so that's how you stop. You just bring your hands or your feet in, and that was super cool to learn.
It only took a few runs on their own for Viola to get hooked.
Fast for sure, and freeing, like you just in the open air. It's really cool outside, a nice temperature, so it's really fun and exciting.
For folks living anywhere in the Southeast, North Carolina ski resorts have a huge advantage: proximity.
It's awesome to just get in the car and drive 2.5 hours and then you're here.
Megan Merle's son Michael and her boyfriend Jeff took a break from the slopes at Sugar Mountain for a little lunch.
It's just a good time. This is his second time snowboarding, so we just came up here as a family to enjoy the slopes. It's a little nerve-wracking. He has no fear, so he likes to go fast.
Today, many skiers and snowboarders don't know of a time when they couldn't enjoy the North Carolina slopes, but it hasn't always been so mainstream. During the winter of 1961, North Carolinians got their first opportunity to hit the slopes when the Cataloochee ski area near Maggie Valley first opened. It was quickly followed by construction of the Blowing Rock Ski Lodge, now called Appalachian Ski Mountain. Workers used heavy equipment to sculpt the slopes, installed lifts to ferry skiers to the top, and constructed the ski lodge, all in time to open for the winter of 1962. Brad Moret's family owns Appalachian Ski Mountain, and he says the stars aligned at just the right moment to bring skiing and winter sports to the Tar Heel State.
In 1960, you had the Winter Olympics being held, and that got a lot of publicity. And then a few years prior to that, there had been the advent of machine-made snow.
The introduction of snowmaking meant operating a ski area could make economic sense in the region. While Mother Nature consistently provided the cold temperatures, she wasn't always the best with providing a reliable source of snow.
I think our natural snowfall average is about 75 inches. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't, sometimes we have more, but we can't depend on natural snow. All of us in North Carolina and pretty much down the East Coast, we all make snow, 100%.
The first snowmaking machines debuted in the 1950s at a resort in New York State, and the first patent for a snowmaking machine was issued in 1954, technology that's advanced by leaps and bounds over the past 7 decades.
The snowmaking technology now is incomparable to what it was when I was growing up. We can make so much more snow so much faster, and we've invested a lot in snowmaking to be able to make that happen.
Up and down the slopes, you'll see what look like jet engines mounted up in the air. These are snow guns that use compressed air, water, and powerful fans to make real snow.
They turn water on into the system, and it gets projected out of the guns into the air. It's atomized when it leaves the snow guns, and then as it falls to the ground, the water freezes. Most of the snowmaking goes on overnight, between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m., although we do occasionally make snow during the day. We generally try to make snow on closed slopes if it's during the day. We can put down, maybe something in the neighborhood of 3 feet of snow on about 10 slopes in a couple days.
Those who make the snow say it's a top-notch product for skiers and snowboarders.
Man-made snow is actually a great surface to ski on. And, we spend a lot of time preparing it, grooming it.
When I was younger, it was sort of skier groomed. Grooming didn't really exist much at that time, but since they've developed the ability to sort of till the snow and create a sort of a corduroy surface that the groomers make on the surface, we can have great conditions every day.
While several ski areas opened as standalone operations, some were part of large land development plans like Beech and Sugar Mountains.
Beech Mountain was founded by a dentist from Birmingham, Alabama, Mr. Thomas Brigham, and it was developed by the Robbins brothers, Grover and Harry Robbins. They developed many things in the area, including the Land of Oz.
Beech Mountain opened for business in 1967, and a couple years later, the first iteration of Sugar Mountain opened in 1969.
But unfortunately, Beech Mountain went bankrupt, and then Sugar Mountain went bankrupt.
Beech Mountain's financial struggles took place primarily in the 1970s, but in the 80s, the resort was sold.
In 1984, roughly, Ray Costin purchased Beech Mountain Resort, and it's been a family resort ever since, owned by the Costin family.
When the original owners of Sugar Mountain struggled, Gunther Yokel and his then partner saw an opportunity.
The old Sugar Mountain company then developed Sugar Mountain as a gated community, as a land development, and subsequently it went bankrupt. 1974, I think, is when they filed for bankruptcy. 1976 is when I and my then partner Dale Stansel showed up the first time to lease it from the bankruptcy court and operate the ski area and the lodging facilities at that time. We did this for 1 year, and then we did another lease for another year with an option to buy, and then ended up buying Sugar Mountain, and really never did any land development. We always concentrated on skiing primarily.
Since the late 70s and into the 1980s, most of the ski areas in North Carolina have found their footing.
I don't think anybody ever took it really serious till we came here and really made it a business, a serious business. And I mean that to make the snow, to prepare the slopes, to have the good uphill transportation, to realize what skiers really want and to make it as comfortable for them and as much fun for them. So with that, big changes arrived in skiing in North Carolina. To do it right, you have to be very disciplined and concentrate on what you're doing. And to just have a ski area as an amenity without focusing on the expense and the cost is just an unreasonable thing. I mean, skiing is expensive to make snow, to operate it, to buy lifts, to do all this. Even then, wasn't cheap. Today it's even more expensive.
Unlike Beech and Sugar Mountains, when Blowing Rock Ski Lodge first opened in 1962, it was focused solely on winter sports.
Our ski area was not done as part of a real estate play. It was built more to sell skiing and the associated services that go along with it, whereas a lot of ski areas are built in order to sell real estate. Ours was not.
But that didn't guarantee success.
It only operated for about 6 years, and then the bank foreclosed on the note. My father was in the building supply business, and he sold building supplies to build the base lodge here. It was originally about a 12,000 square foot base lodge. It's about 50,000 square feet now. And they asked him to take partial payment in the form of stock, as they did some other vendors, that surveyors and people that did grading. And so there were about 1,000 stockholders that bought stock in what at that time was called Blowing Rock Ski Lodge.
But after the foreclosure, it was renamed Appalachian Ski Mountain when the Moretzes and other stockholders took over.
My father, along with a few other people, had extended their names to be on that note, and so they bought the note in foreclosure, and they moved forward. And since then, our families bought out the other stockholders.
Whether you want fast or slow at Sugar Mountain Resort, owner and president Gunther Yokel says it's all about options.
We have 20 slopes and trails. We have everything from the very beginner slope to the double diamond expert slopes. So the challenge is there. The fun is there to just cruise.
Now, skiing gets folks through the doors, so to speak, but the ski areas like Sugar Mountain know to keep people coming back, you need a variety of winter sports and activities.
Skiing and snowboarding is our main business. And then we have ice skating, tubing, and snowshoeing.
To make their guest experience as seamless as possible at Appalachian Ski Mountain, President Brad Moretz says they have invested in radio frequency identification, or RFID technology. Guests with reservations get their RFID card upon arrival to get access to not only the slopes, but also any rentals made at the time of the reservation. Things like,
come down if you need to rent clothing, we can take care of that. Bibs, gloves, jackets, goggles. And you'll take your RFID card to the equipment rental department, and they'll tap that. It brings up your information. It's all a paperless process. It's really fast.
with so much demand for rental equipment, the folks at Appalachian Ski Mountain Ski Shop stay busy throughout the season, keeping all those rental skis and snowboards in tip-top shape. Now, once you have all your gear,
if you need a lesson, you can go up to the desk and tap your card, and it'll print out your lesson ticket, and then you go straight to the slope.
Yeah, look at that.
the slopes of western North Carolina draw in all kinds of people, but it's a big draw for families looking to spend time together. Folks like Moore County resident Holly Moss.
The weather's good, it's not too cold. It's been a good trip so far. We came up here for my daughter's 6th birthday party. She wanted to see the snow.
Moss wanted to make sure her daughter got off on the right foot when it came to skiing.
It's her first time, my first time. It's a little complicated, especially for the younger one, so I brought her down here for a private ski lesson just to get her comfortable being out here on the snow.
She says there's an added benefit to a family ski trip.
I feel like you get everybody off of their phones, you get them outside, and everybody just seems happier.
Now, we're not sure if there's a saying that says the family that skis together stays together, but for Meredith Phillips' family, it kind of fits.
Skiing is a way for our family to connect outside in a time when most people don't go outside. It's great family bonding. Our kids participate in other sports, but this is the only sport where we're with them all the time. If they're playing soccer, they're on the field, we're on the sidelines. Here, we're on the chairlift with them. We're disconnecting from our phones and from work and just enjoying some quality family time together.
Phillips says there's a story behind her own passion for the slopes, a story that starts over 50 years ago with her dad, Gene Self.
In 1970, I was a freshman at Lenore Ryan College. A bunch of guys said, let's go skiing, and that's when the journey began.
At that time, Sugar Mountain had only been open for about a year, and skiing in North Carolina was still a novelty.
Back in those days, you were lucky to have waterproofing for your blue jeans, and boots were leather or just starting to be plastic.
Self had caught the skiing bug, eventually joining the Sugar Mountain Ski Patrol to feed his passion for the sport and desire to help others. From there, the family's lifelong adventure began, with his wife Mary also joining the ski patrol.
You can't have a better family life.
And only fittingly, when they were old enough, the couple's 2 daughters signed on to the ski patrol as well.
And when I was 15, I joined the ski patrol, and that's it. We've just been here every weekend in the winter ever since. It was a blessing to be brought up on this mountain, to feel like this is my home as well as where I live during the week.
Being on the mountain frequently gives Phillips an appreciation for nature.
It's a way for me to notice God's beauty and to disconnect from work and other pressures in life.
And a sense of gratitude for her parents.
Oh, I'm proud of them. It's not often that someone my age has parents who are still skiing with them and also skiing with their grandkids. So that is a very special thing that we don't take for granted.
Like Phillips, Robin Griffin was introduced to a pair of skis at a young age, thanks to a parent.
So the backstory is I had a mother in the 60s that liked to ski. And my dad wouldn't have anything to do with it. But my mother would take us skiing as early as I was 6 years old, 1966. And it was actually at Blowing Rock, which is now Appalachian Ski Mountain. And I don't know, I just loved it.
Her passion eventually turned into an opportunity to serve.
I love to be outside. I love to do something athletic or move, fresh air, and people. It's fun meeting people on the chairlift. It's fun working with people.
Now, when you put on a pair of skis or grab a snowboard, there's a chance you might get hurt. That's where the ski patrol comes in.
Ski patrol is a safety mechanism for the mountain. So if you get hurt, hopefully we get there quickly and get you down. And, you know, if you need a higher level of care, we hopefully get you to that quickly. So we're there to serve the public, to help.
Robin Griffith started with the Sugar Mountain Ski Patrol in 1980 and today heads up the team, a team that works hard so at the end of the day, folks leave the slopes with nothing but smiles and good memories.
You know, we have saved lives out there. It's very critical, and it's a cold environment and people get scared, even if they're not hurt that badly. So I think Ski Patrol is very critical. You know, it was developed, you know, after the war, after World War II in Vermont, and people would get hurt skiing and have no way to get out and get help.
Griffith says for folks interested in working on Ski Patrol, there's a few things to consider.
You need first aid skills. The National Ski Patrol has a first aid course called Outdoor Emergency Care, OEC. Can take that course and get certified. We also have EMTs, or paramedics. We need some sort of first aid, and then we can train you to be a skier or snowboarder to take a sled down the hill, but it's better if you have the background already and love to ski or snowboard.
In honor of retired Ski Patrol Director Flynn Harris, the Ski Patrol headquarters is named in honor of all his years of service at Sugar Mountain Resort.
I had been involved in first aid for many years. I'd worked at the beach one summer as a lifeguard after my freshman year in college. I knew people got hurt when skiing, and I knew we had to be able to take care of them.
According to the North Carolina Department of Commerce, more than 43 million people visited the state in 2023, and the tourism industry employs over 225,000 people. The ski industry in the state plays a vital economic role in their respective communities. Kim Yokel heads up the NC Ski Areas Association.
One of the ideas we're constantly trying to promote as the Ski Association to bring the idea of skiing in winter and snow and mountains to the people who are potentially our customers, because you don't really think of skiing in snow and winter and mountains in North Carolina.
It's a message that's making an impact.
So the 22-23 season, we had a total economic value of $244 million to the ski industry. We employ, the industry itself employs close to 2,000 people, season.
Between 700,000 and 800,000 people visit the ski areas annually, and the economic impact goes well beyond just the slopes.
We probably generate, the ski industry does, something along the lines of $250 million for a region that's that doesn't have, is not known for manufacturing and things like that. And one of the things that is critical about the ski industry is it turns the economy up here into a year-round tourism economy. So that enables us to have a lot more restaurants, a lot more lodging. It makes the lifestyle better for everyone that lives up here.
Avery County used to be a poor county. When I came here in '76, it was considered one of the poorest counties in North Carolina. It's not no more. It's a very well situated county because a lot has happened. A lot of resorts have been built. So Avery County is not a poor county anymore.
Now, when spring rolls around and the snow starts to melt away, that doesn't mean the action stops. Several of the ski areas just shift gears.
Beech Mountain Resort was started in 1967, and we are primarily a ski and snowboard facility in the wintertime, but in the summertime we turn into a mountain bike destination.
During ski season, Beech Mountain Resort runs 9 lifts and offers 17 different ski trails. But come summertime, they switch over to a single lift, giving an express ride to the summit for mountain bikers. And the slopes, originally designed for thrill seekers on skis, give way to those on 2 wheels. Perfect for a father-son getaway, says Asheville resident Adam Cohen.
We're on mountain bike vacation.
We're on mountain bike vacation. We mountain bike a lot in Asheville, it's got great mountain biking, but this guy likes to go downhill and go downhill fast.
Not this fast.
All right, high five. See you at the bottom.
Cohen's taking the time to teach his young son Taz the skills necessary to navigate the windy single track.
We're sticking to riding the green, just so he can get used to braking and doing all that stuff, but they're flowy, they're fast, they're loose in some sections. But it's a good time. It's the highlight of parenting for sure. Watching him enjoy something that I enjoy and then excel at it at a much younger age. I did not get into biking this young, nor have all the gear.
Now, if you don't own a mountain bike or even need lessons, that's not a problem, says Beech Mountain Resort's Director of Marketing, Talia Freeman.
We also have mountain bike rentals, and we also have a great team of instructors here if you want to learn. So if you're trying this for the first time, we can get you out on the trails and keep you safe, healthy, and really have a good experience for the day. It's actually a little deceiving. It looks intimidating, but we have a really great beginner trail system.
Freeman says mountain biking isn't the only thing drawing folks to Beech Mountain during the summertime.
First and foremost, Beech Mountain is beautiful in the wintertime, but there's nothing like it in the summer months. I mean, it's just a little over 70 degrees today. It's gorgeous. So you come up here to beat the heat, and it's an amazing destination. We do a lot of live music here, and we're actually getting pretty well known for being a music destination. Another activity that we have here is disc golf. We have an 18-hole disc golf course that starts at the top of the mountain and you play 18 holes down. Now, disc golf is played much like regular golf. There's different weighted discs, there's different pars, different distances. It's a very technical course, but it's a lot of fun, and much like everything else, you're getting incredible views, and you can finish your day right here at Beech Mountain Brewing Company with a beer.
And it's not just mountain bikers taking advantage of the lift to the summit.
We do scenic lift rides. And at the top of the mountain, one of our most popular destinations is 5506, which is a bar and restaurant that sits positioned on top of the mountain at 5,506 feet in elevation. It's completely unmatched. You're not gonna get a better view than on top of the mountain. And to be able to sit there and have, a drink and dinner, or participate in mountain biking for the first time, or disc golf, it's incredible to watch people really just enjoy the place.
We love coming up here and having a drink at the bar and having some food from the grill and just watching the view and watching the bikers go down the mountain and play some Frisbee golf.
The other big benefit for the ski area is that adds summertime activities to continuing economic impact on the region.
People want to be outside, they want to ride bikes, they want to try new things, and that's been, really good for business and just the overall economy in the high country.
People who travel to the North Carolina ski areas come for many reasons. Some come for the thrills, from skiing, tubing, or mountain biking. Those that find their way to the state's ski areas are passionate.
It's very nice skiing, and you can compare it to out west, and it's just about the same.
I would put our groom slopes up against anywhere in the country.
There's nothing we like more than seeing people having a great time, to come on a really busy day and see that everything is going smooth and people having just a great time, and coming here from really all over the world. Because we'll have people here from Europe and South America and just any place that you can imagine.
I have skied all over the world. Alaska, South America, Europe, Switzerland. Still fun to ski in North Carolina though.
So next time you need to scratch that adrenaline itch or simply want to enjoy the views of the North Carolina mountains, one of our state's ski areas might just have what you're looking for. We thank you for watching this episode of Trail of History.
Production of PBS Charlotte.